All right. Good evening, everybody. Josh Hampton here again tonight. Just want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day. Um, just want to give a big shout out to all of our veterans out there who served our country. Just really thank you for your service and what you did to protect our freedoms, to protect my freedoms. Uh, Really grateful to those out there. I've got several veterans in my family, several veterans in my wife's family, and we want to just give a big shout out to you guys and let you know that we thank you for your service to this country. Going to be singing a special song just for you guys, and just hopefully, once again, hopefully everything goes well tonight. Um, did notice on my last stream, which was my very first stream, by the way, that quite a few hiccups going on in the stream itself. Had a couple of places where the feed cut out, but overall, it wasn't too bad. I was pleasantly surprised. I was pretty surprised by the feedback that I've received from what I see on my screen and what I see on the recording itself. It wasn't too bad of an experience, so I was pretty pleased with everything. So glad to see everybody tonight. Glad to be here tonight. Just want to give praise, honor, and glory to Jesus Christ. Praise, honor, and glory to my Father in heaven that I'm here tonight and have the ability to be here with you guys and to just share a bit of myself, share a bit of my passions, share a bit of my music ministry with you guys, and just hopefully be able to reach out and touch somebody through this music, through the ministry that I'm trying to establish. Um, for those of you guys who may not be aware, a lot of you may not be, I am actually in the process of beginning a ministry in Northeast Texas worship project. I've really had that burden on my heart for several months now, and I'm really looking forward to what God has in store for that. More to come on that. I plan on doing another session to where we really talk about that and really dive into those things. Um, Hopefully, at some point, I'll be able to really broaden my horizons as far as what I'm capable of with recording and streaming, and being able to really open up the several platforms for not only myself but for others to get involved as well. I've talked to a lot of people in my church. I've talked to a lot of people in my circle and friends and family. A lot of ministers, a lot of pastors. They're already all showing interest and on board. Um, and I'm really excited to see what God really does with that. So, really glad to see that He's opening doors, and He's opening doors that no man can open. Believe me, I don't have the resources, I don't have the funds, I don't have anything that's going to be needed to really launch this ministry other than a vision from the Lord and a desire in my heart to really see it fulfilled. So, like I said, more to come on that. I'm going to kind of do an introductory video for Northeast Texas Worship Project coming up soon. I've already kind of pre-planned and written up a script for it because I'm a planner. I'm also an organizer, so I really like to do things in an organized way, which is part of the reason why I haven't done any live streaming previously, because I'm all about sound quality. I'm all about visual quality, which I'm not sure what it looks like on your end. I know my internet, since the storm last night, my internet has been really lax. So, guys, please feel free to give some feedback in the chat so that I can kind of have an idea of what's going on. Also, please make sure that you share the video. Make sure that we're getting this out there and getting people on board. Glad to see everybody tonight. Glad to see my family that's here tonight. Really awesome to see everyone who's hopping in. So, guys, I pray that through this platform and through this ministry that I'm trying to dive into, I'm able to reach a lot of people. I'm praying that God really does continue to open doors. And I really pray that God really continues to put people in my life who share the vision and really want to move forward with that. I do plan on making it a nonprofit at some point and getting it incorporated at some point down the road. Hey, I see you, Mr. Lusk. Yeah, I actually do still play the saxophone. I don't very often. My church has a saxophone player, and I kind of let that be his thing. I do still have a saxophone. I have a couple of saxophones, actually. I play the soprano more than anything. I just love the sound of a soprano sax. Um, just for contemporary worship music and a lot of the music that we play, I just love I just think the soprano sax just really fits it really well. Now I do play with some Southern gospel as well. I have in the past. The tenor sax fits really good in with some Southern gospel music, and I've really enjoyed playing with some groups in the past, playing the saxophone. But for the most part, with my church and with several music ministries that I've been a part of, I've mostly played the guitar and some piano. Um, One of the ministries that I was involved with for a really long time, played the piano and was the worship leader for that ministry. However, our acoustic guitar player moved away, and we were without a rhythm guitar player. So I just picked up and went to the store and bought one day, and just decided I was going to really dive into learning the guitar. I've always picked and played at the guitar most of my life. I've always had access to one through family and through friends, and I've always kind of picked at it and played at it. But since about 2007, 2008, I've played the acoustic rhythm guitar full time in my church and with ministries, and do play some bass guitar and some piano as needed. But for the most part, I'm the one of the rhythm guitar players at my church, Pathway International Church of God here in Paris, Texas. We have a wonderful worship team, and we've really enjoyed playing together. So once again, big shout out to all of our veterans out there. Thank you for your service at Veterans Day. I'm really grateful for you guys. So I'm going to sing a song, and I'm going to dedicate this song to all of the veterans out there. It's a well-known song, so as soon as it starts playing, you guys are going to know it. And just want to say that I didn't have the pleasure to serve our country in the military, but I know that for those of you who have served and are still serving in our military, you guys are phenomenal, and I really truly appreciate everything that you've done for this country. My father-in-law, great guy, really big role model in my life, and I really appreciate everything that he does for me and my wife, and helping out, and just a phenomenal human being. Love the guy. He's a veteran, and he's just an all-around wonderful person, and I really appreciate him, and I appreciate everybody and that I know that in my church and in my circle that has been involved in the military and are still involved in the military. So just bear with me, guys. We're going to get this song going, and hopefully, like I said, it comes across really well. Had a bit of a hiccup night before last, the night before the storm, with my soundboard, and not really sure exactly what happened, but it just didn't want to work. So I called my buddy who loaned the equipment to me, and we were talking about it, and we were able to just kind of deduce that it just works when it wants to. So, but I'm grateful for the equipment that God has provided through my friends, and I really appreciate my buddy who loaned this equipment to me. So, y'all just enjoy this song, and just be blessed by. I'm grateful for your service to this country, and I'm telling you, I don't know where our country would be without all of the men and women who served our country and fought and even died for our country. I just felt like that was really appropriate. I mean, my ministry is geared towards worship, but I mean, what's greater than the fact that our country is blessed by God, and we truly are. We truly are blessed that our country is endowed by our Father in heaven, and I'm grateful that we have a lot of men and women in this country that are willing to stand up and fight for what this country stands for. And as long as we continue to do that, as long as we continue to keep Christ as the centerpiece of our home, our families, our communities, and everything that we stand for, then God will always shine His light on the United States of America, and I believe that with my whole heart. I'm not going to get on a political platform and talk about all of the things that I disagree with. That's not what I'm about, guys. I have a lot of opinions on a lot of different things. Just ask my wife; she'll tell you that sometimes I feel like I'm never wrong, but that's not the case. Sometimes I can be wrong, but I have opinion about a lot of things. But I'm not going to use this as a political platform and begin to talk about things that are controversial when it comes to politics. That's just not who I am. So. Guys, I really am having a really hard time with my nerves in doing this. I'm really I don't think it's stage fright, because when I'm at church, I could stand on stage in front of everybody and just sing all day long. But there's just something about an audience, sometimes that I'm not familiar with that really gets to me. So just bear with me if I'm swallowing a lot, and because sometimes I do get cotton mouth really bad, and it's just one of those things. I'll get over it, and things will get better as I continue to do these streams and I continue to expand my abilities and my equipment and expand the platform that God has provided. Then things will get better. And I'm sure as I continue to do this, that my nerves will get better, hopefully. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all of the feedback that I got from my last stream. Oh my goodness, I really was shocked and surprised at all of the support and all of the wonderful comments from people. It was just fantastic. I have a phenomenal circle of friends, and I have a phenomenal family. Yeah, water will fix that. Water will fix that. Unfortunately, water also causes a lot of other issues with me. So, not it just I don't want. I'm gonna be on here for 30, 45 minutes. I can't get through a glass of water without having to step away. So, but yeah, water would fix that. And I do have a drink over here. So, but anyways. And my cat's in here. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize my cat was in here. So if y'all hear anything in the background, sounds like a crying child. It's my stubborn cat, Lucy. She is the light of my life, and she's a daddy's girl, but she will drive me crazy sometimes. She craves attention, and she likes to stay in my lap. So, okay. I also have two dogs. I have a pit bull, which is her name is Bailey. She's a fantastic dog, smart dog. Got her from the shelter. My wife has a dog. It's a little Min Pin Dachshund mix that we got through some family, and that's her baby. And that dog hates me. I don't know why. The dog just hates me. I don't get it. His name is Jasper. Fitting name for his attitude. He is a mama's boy, and he will definitely let me know that he does not want me anywhere near her sometimes. But I kind of raised him that way. It's kind of my own fault. I've always been very playful with him and very kind of playfully aggressive with him, and I kind of started that. So it's kind of our thing. So he will want to get in my lap and show daddy some love every once in a while, but usually it doesn't take him 10 seconds before he starts to growl at me. He's never really bit me or anything like that. That's just our thing. I think that's his way of expressing his affection towards me, and lets him know that he enjoys company with daddy, is he wants to growl at me and he wants to play. I think we've kind of set that precedent in our relationship. So those are our pets. Those are our fur babies. Used to have a snake. Used to have a 5.5-foot boa constrictor that a buddy of mine from work gave me, basically. And I had him for about a year and a half. Just was interesting at first. But what do you do with a 5.5 foot boa constrictor? Does anybody know? And he had a female that was about 4.5 foot long, and that just worked out perfectly. And he told me about it. I said, "Do you want another one?" And he said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" I said, "I'll let you have it." I said, it's just in my house, and it's just taking up space, and it's fun to look at. My nieces and nephews enjoy looking at it, and it's expensive to feed, and it's expensive to take care of. So you can have him. And so we gave it away. No reluctancy whatsoever. As soon as he mentioned that he had one, that he was a reptile collector, had a reptile room in his house, I'm like, "Would you like another snake?" And believe me, I didn't think twice about it. My wife was happy to get rid of it, and so we rehomed the snake to a great home. And actually, I've got some feedback. He's doing really, really well. His name was Irwin. I'm guessing from named after Steve Irwin, but he's doing really, really well. And so, no more snake. I had some friends that literally pretty much stopped coming over because we had a snake in our house. I don't really think that's the reason. I think it was just timing, and but literally the thought that we had a snake in our house, it seemed to be give them a little bit of reluctancy about coming over and hanging. Guys on the guitar. If you guys have any requests, feel free to share them in the chat. If I know it, I can try to sing it. No promises. And like I said, I'm not an accomplished guitar player in any way whatsoever. I've only been playing since about 2008. My baby brother and his wife, those are the amazing guitar players, and my sister-in-law's family. I'm jealous. Really, really phenomenal musicians, and I love listening to their music on Facebook and listening to everything that they're doing with their music. It's just really fantastic. So bear with me just a moment while I get set up with my guitar, and guys, we'll get this thing rolling. So hang 10.